I am Marilyn Tuley from the Cobb County Storytellers. The miracle of Thanksgiving. It all began in 1608 in Massachusetts, which is way far north of New York City. A lot of Indian tribes lived there, and there were 3 Indian boys, and one was named Squanto. They decided to go down to the edge of the ocean and get some lobsters. And while they were there, they looked way out into the ocean, and there was a big ship coming. Oh, they were so excited. And as the ship got closer, it stopped. And then a little boat with men in it came closer and closer to shore. They said, oh, they're going to bring us some food and some trinkets. But as the men got closer to the boys, they motioned to them to come closer to them. But then they grabbed them, and they tied their hands and feet together and kidnapped them and took them out and put them on that big ship down in the bottom where there's no windows. They took them across the ocean to Spain. It took 3 months to get there. And what did they do in Spain? They took the boys to the downtown square, and the city was called Malaga. And there they sold them as slaves. Squanto never saw his 2 friends again, never. Squanto was bought by a Jesuit monk who bought him, took him into his home, fed him, taught him Spanish, and taught him the Bible. But after 5 years, Squanto said, I want to go back to my country. And the monk said, that's fine. I will have some of my men take you far north to England, and you can wait for the right ship there. So that's what happened. And when Squanto got to England, he lived with a family for 5 years. He learned English, and he learned to like the English people. They were so nice to him. Finally, the right ship came by, and he got on it, and for 3 months, he traveled across the ocean to America, and he got there in 1619. So he was gone over 10 years. Where did he go? He went to the place where his tribe was, where his family had lived, where he grew up. But there was nothing there. Oh, he felt so sad. He fell down and he just cried and cried. Soon, an Indian boy came from another tribe and said, oh, Squanto, we have missed you so much. Why don't you come and live with us in our tribe? And he did. A year later, in 1620, a group of people came and landed right there in their city, in their town. They were strange looking. They spoke a funny language. But when Squanto saw them, they weren't strange to him because they were the same people that he had lived with over in England. Yes, English people, and they spoke English, and he knew all about English. So he became fast friends with them. But why did these people come to America such a long way? Well, these pilgrims were from England. And the English government had wanted them to worship in these big churches and follow a lot of rules, but they did not want to do that. They wanted to be in their small homes and worship God that way. So they decided to leave England and to go to a new country, and that's what they did. They came to America. But you know, the winds blew them off course. They were supposed to land in Virginia, but they landed way up north in Massachusetts. Now, the place that they landed, they called it Plymouth, because it was the name of the city that they were from in England. So, now you can understand why they came to America, and Squanto became their friend. He taught them to hunt and to fish and to plant corn. And at the end of that growing season, they had an bounty of things growing. So the pilgrims were glad about this abundance of food that they had. So they decided to have a big Thanksgiving feast for 3 days and invite all of the Indians to come. And that's what they did. And Governor Bradford decided to give a prayer of thanksgiving for Squanto, who had gone through kidnapping and slavery, but yet he came back and was willing to be a friend to the pilgrims. And we're so thankful he did that too. But you know, that's not the end of the story. Because in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln decided to make it a proclamation that forever America would celebrate Thanksgiving on the 4th Thursday of every November forever. So it's an American holiday. And that's the truth. But you know, would you believe that America is the only country that celebrates Thanksgiving? Yes, it's our celebration. So we can be thankful for that. And if you would like to read more to your family about this story, I hope you will get this book, Squanto and the Miracle of Thanksgiving by Eric Metaxas. Thank you.